I say just as a side thing, you probably have to edit this out, Jim. I don't know.
Okay.
You can put it at the beginning if you want, because it's kind of a funny story people might like.
That's fine. We'll see.
So I'll give a bit of context just in case you want to leave it in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm obviously chef in a hotel. We had a guest last night who wasn't very well.
Okay.
And they're staying in room 5, right? Now, one of the dining areas in the hotel is a library. It's one of them libraries that all the books look fancy, but they're sort of shit books, right?
Oh, okay. I get you. Leather bound and they look amazing, but you go up to them and it's like fucking tractor maintenance for.
Yeah. The sort of shit you buy in a charity shop or a second-hand bookshop because they look cool. You don't intend to read them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Leather bound tractor maintenance.
That's probably a fanfic, to be fair.
Oh.
But so one of the books is called Death in Room 5.
Oh, okay.
So somebody, we don't know who it is, staff, guest, whatever, they left that book just outside of room 5 last night after room 5 went back to the room. when I got to work this morning, they were at the desk kicking up a big fuss about it.
I can imagine.
Without any context, I had no idea, but then chef explained it to me today.
Like, yeah.
I thought it was fucking funny.
That feels like
I just wonder who did it.
That's excellent.
If I get a chance, I'll take a picture of some of the books in the library because they're just stupid fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You won't have heard about them unless you're fucking 90, probably. But they all look quite cool.
Maybe that should be a spin-off that we do. Let's just talk about
random books.
The really obscure books that are in your library.
Really obscure books with really fancy hardcovers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hardcovers, shit content.
This week on the... Actually, that's not a bad title, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've got my own spin-off series now. Fuck you guys. I'm
do
out.
it.
A rival podcast.
You say rival, I'm down for being on that show.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you guys could open Audacity as well.
Oh yeah, there's a point.
And have that running in the background, just in case. You know, if Nick, for example, hits the stop button on the recording by accident, and we don't notice for 10 minutes.
It wasn't that.
What did you do then?
I hit the power button on my laptop and it turned itself off and then turned itself back on again. And I think that's what stopped it. I think Audacity just was like, right, okay, something ain't working here, so I'm going to stop. And then I eventually got it back and it was, it picked up where it left off. So it's fine.
So in the backup file, I just have the sound of Nick going, oh, fuck. And then there's a little blip. And then we hear nothing for 10 minutes. And then we realise Nick's been quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And then we check this Zencaster page, and it's not recording anymore. And Nick has left.
That was alright, because we were just sort of gushing about Dr. Octopus.
We were chatting about Willem
Dafoe's movie career.
Being a top actor. He's a good lad, is Willem.
Oh dear.
So,
speaking of good lads.
Before that, I should actually do introductions this time, because we've been very bad at actually introducing ourselves on this show. We just sort of jump right in normally, and I want to make an exception today.
Yeah, nobody's going to know who we are.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Shipping Forecast. I'm James. Joining me is Nick.
Hi.
And Grace.
Hello.
And our very special guest star. We also have Mike with us today.
Hello.
And
he's a robot.
Yes.
Mike is not a robot, first of all.
Somehow he passed our incredulous testing with the pictures. And
I can tell a van from a boat.
Perfect. Oh, I got a really weird one of those the other day. It was click all the vertical rivers.
Yeah, I had that actually, yeah.
It's strange. They're getting too advanced, and I'm starting to doubt myself.
Click all the vertical rivers?
Yeah, all the rivers that are going vertically.
That seems simple enough.
It was surprisingly complicated.
It is a weird one, though.
Because they were quite
Yeah.
low-res pictures, deliberately.
Well, they always are, I suppose.
Yeah, it turns out the more you do those, the lower res they make them, just to really sort of test
What is
your
it?
robot stuff.
What is it? A fucking eye test?
Yeah. It's always for robots.
It's just going to get to the stage where you can see the pixels.
Mhm.
Like, there'll
Oh.
just be 4 pixels in a fucking frame, and it's like, click the
Little
one
do
that's
you
got the
know,
road sign.
It's just censored nudes, and you're looking at them, squinting like, which one's the lamppost?
Pick all the pictures with a Brazilian in it.
So
Oh,
I
man.
read a study a couple years back. Birds are apparently better at judging faces when they're pixeled than people.
Oh, really?
Like if you compare, if you get a pigeon and you teach it to sort of tap every picture with a human in it, and you get a human to do the same, and then you gradually pixelate the pictures, the bird can go for longer than a human can.
Ah.
After a while, the
okay.
human's like, no, it's too pixely, I can't tell. Birds, they go all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say, but what if you just look at the photo from upside? Like, look down at the photo? Then you'd have the same vision as a bird.
I mean, the bird's in a cage, it's looking at the screen the same as you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but then if you're looking down at the photo, you've got a bird's eye view, haven't you?
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, God.
Hey!
Hey!
Fuck's sake.
So they reckoned it was, they were going by the colours rather than anything else.
Oh,
They
sorry.
see,
Like,
they
birds
see
are
in
better at
like
judging them.
blues and greens, for fuck's sake.
Oh. Maybe not then. I suppose it
You see
depends on
many,
the birds.
see many blue and green people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bird's favourite band, Blue Man Group.
Oh.
We asked these birds to pick out some Smurfs, and they're better at it than anyone else.
Yeah, Smurfs and Ogres.
Grace, I don't have a segue for the story you were going to tell.
Well,
Segway!
So here we are,
Okay.
segue.
right. It's a bit of a sad story, but it is also quite amusing. So someone has been fired recently. And the events leading up to this firing was he was complaining that his mum and his sister no longer want to shave his back hair.
Oh.
Ooh.
So he took
Fair
matters
enough.
into his own hands to go into the workshop with a massive industrial sander and try and take his chest hair off himself.
Oh.
What?
And how do you shave with a fucking sander?
I don't know. I've seen it advertised that you can sand the hair away, and I imagine he's got like some really fine grit shit going on there, or else he'd have looked like, I don't know, he'd have been tenderized. Ridiculous.
Good grief.
Either
Like-
way, he's just like, oh yeah, sorry lads, don't mind me. I've got a date later, and he just sort of like unzips his overalls, and he just picks up this sander, which is about the size of A4 paper or something ridiculous, and just
And he got fired for that.
yes, which is, considering things people have not been fired for, makes it
Yeah.
a tragedy at our place.
Wow.
That's yeah. I mean,
Like, I'm a hairy guy. I've never felt the need to sand myself.
well,
To
no,
get
me
rid of that.
neither. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I've got hair everywhere apart from the top of my head, and
I
I've
was
never.
gonna say, have you ever considered sanding the top of your head?
No, absolutely not. I've considered polishing it, but not sanding it.
Have you now considered it? Now
No.
you've heard of this guy?
Honestly, I was using a belt sander once for a job on one of my cars, and I caught my thumb pad on it, and it hurt like fuck. I cannot imagine shaving with that.
Like,
You've not got much hair on your thumb, though, have you, Nick?
yeah.
Not anymore. I haven't.
Just putting it out there. It works.
So, Grace, how far was he shaving down?
Well, he got to about unbuttoned his trousers, like going
Okay.
treasure trail level. Like he was going as far as he could, as to not get fired.
So the plan was to shave his ass as well.
He was going to do his back as well.
Okay.
He was going to ask one of the trimmers to do his back. It's just like,
So he would have shaved
What?
his ass.
I don't know. Maybe the crack. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't comprehend what was going through his head when he did this. Other than, I don't want this hair here anymore. And I don't care. I'll take whatever means are necessary to get rid of it.
So there wasn't a sander involved, but talking of destroying a ring, we're here to talk about Lord of the Rings today.
Hey!
That's where I was going with that. If you wonder why I was being very specific about him shaving his ass. So...
It was either that, dear listener, or a story about anal sex. We don't really have many of those stories about anal sex that we're willing to tell, so...
Exactly. So we're here to talk about Lord of the Rings. The new trailer for Amazon's one was in the news fairly recently at the time of recording.
Uh-huh.
And we figured that was a good excuse to talk about Lord of the Rings. Mike is here because he's actually familiar with the Silmarillion, and we're not.
Ah, yes.
Hey.
So that's the main sort of reason for our extra guest. And Mike's a funny guy, so there is that.
That's it. I did wonder. I thought you were going to sack me live on air.
Yeah, this is actually an audition. If Mike turns out funnier than you, Nick, we've only got room for one loud northerner. So
yes, absolutely.
That's just the outro, Nick. We'll see what happens.
Try out. If you think we should replace Nick with Mike, write in to the fanshippingpodcast@gmail.com.
Don't write in. I need to get some use out of this 20 quid headset that I've bought.
Yeah,
Specifically for this show.
don't write in. Send an email.
Yeah. So, I'm going to start with Grace. Grace, what is your experience with Lord of the Rings?
I watched it, forgot it, and I watched The Hobbit, and then I also forgot a lot of that as well. For some reason, I thought I went to cinema with you to see it. Turns out, a completely different person with the same name. Fantastic.
Wow.
You're welcome. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. I was like, and you were like, Grace, we never met then. I was like, oh.
Yeah, the Hobbit trilogy had finished before we met, so there was no way we saw it at the cinema together.
And I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure it was you.
I don't know who this is more insulting towards. Maybe you just equally both as forgettable.
I was going to say, to be fair, it was a film about chunky, hairy bloke.
Yeah, that's true. Even if you saw it with someone who doesn't look like
you could have just got mixed up.
Yeah. You just saw all those dwarfs that blurred into one.
I mean, I could have been sat with a member of the cast for all I know.
Can you name one dwarf from The Hobbit? Grace?
Gimli?
No.
For fuck's sake.
Oh wait, hang on.
Not
Gimli
from
is.
The Hobbit.
I think Gimli is there's a picture of him in the Hobbit films.
Alright, Killy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's one.
I'll give you
Fair
that.
enough.
Fuck you. I knew I
Okay.
was close.
Well done. Okay. You pass. You're a true fan, not one of those
Shut
fake
up.
gamer girls that pretend they like Lord of the Rings.
Shut up.
Just doing it for the money on the OnlyFans.
I don't even make money.
Grace doesn't
Not
have an
worth it.
OnlyFans,
Grace does it for free.
to my knowledge.
Shut up.
Nick,
Yes.
what's your experience with Lord of the Rings?
So I went through a large proportion of my life knowing that it existed, but not being in the slightest bit interested. Then my stepdad was sitting down. He was watching The Two Towers. He was about a third of the way through the director's cut. I thought, I'll sit down and watch this. I've never seen it before. It'll be a new experience. And anyway, I watched it. I thought, holy shit, that was fucking amazing. Then went and watched all the rest, and I've also read Lord of the Rings, the book, as well. So yeah, that's my experience. I didn't know it existed for a large part of my life, and then when I did see it, I actually thought, yeah, this is actually really good. I'm quite enjoying it.
Well, you were missing out. What sort of age were you, roughly?
Probably about 17, or thereabouts.
Oh, wow. That is...
Yeah,
that
I
is
know.
late.
That is late.
That's not far until The Hobbit came out.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Damn. Mike, same question. How did you get into Lord of the Rings?
Well, when I watched the first one when I was a little boy, Fellowship of the Ring, and I didn't like it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's surprising.
But to be
Maybe
fair,
we need a different guest.
yeah, no, I know a lot. I just can't stand any of it. No, yeah. To be fair though, when it came out, we were all like 10,
Yeah.
And to
yeah.
be fair, the first film is when you're a 10-year-old who just wants to see the cave troll fight from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Watching an hour of
Backlash.
rolling Yorkshire hills isn't the most interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not when you're 10, I suppose.
Yeah.
Still isn't.
Fuck you. From that, I kind of obsessed about it steadily over the years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was, it would have been around 10 years old, again. Went to see The Fellowship for a friend of mine's birthday party, and that started around 3 to 4 years of a fantasy sword fighting phase.
Hey!
Where I got super into all of that. I had like a carved version of Andoril made.
Nice.
Out of wood.
Nice.
It looks nothing like it.
You've not seen it. I don't have it anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, Grace.
It's just that you did have like this chunk of wood that you're like, yeah, this is the sword I used to play with.
Yeah, that was a
That's-
different sword. That was based on that was based on one from the Prince of Persia games.
You can't tell either.
You've not played Prince of Persia.
I have.
Oh,
I
have
played
you?
Sands of Time. Now fuck you.
Oh.
Well, you didn't play Warrior Within, which is the one that had all the swords.
What? What do you mean that had all the swords?
It had all
Whoa,
the
hang
They all
on,
swords.
hang
got
on.
swords, James.
It
Hang
had
on a
the
second.
most swords.
Hang on, Warrior Within. There's
That was the
fucking
edgy
crossover.
emo one that really appealed to me when I was 13. I'm ashamed to say it doesn't hold up, but it's I was big into
Yeah.
those. I was big into Lord. I played the PS2 version of Lord of the Rings more than I watched the films
Oh,
because
okay.
it did skip all of the sort of wandering around New Zealand bits, and it was just sort of the fighty bits of the films.
That's probably fair. They were decent games, to be fair.
Yeah, the Two Towers on the PS2 was a very good game.
Yeah, my brother had that one, and I'm sure I played like a version of the Fellowship of the Ring which came out before the movies did. I mean, I quite enjoyed it, but if memory serves me correctly, I think it came out before the movies did. I quite enjoyed it. Looking back, it was probably fucking trash, but anyway.
It was a weird. If it's the game I'm thinking of, it was weird because it wasn't like the other two games.
Yeah,
But it was more. I don't want to say more accurate to the books, but it was in a way because you had like Tom Bombadil and shit in it.
Oh.
Oh,
Which-
I never got
which
that
obviously
far.
which the film is obviously never covered, but
Yeah, I've heard of Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
I should
Yeah,
mention,
you-
I
you'd
tried to
probably like
read
him,
I tried to read The Hobbit sort of after seeing the Lord of the Rings film when I was 11 years old. Because I came back from the cinema, I was like, Mum, look, this is awesome. There's this wizard dude, and there's this cool elf. And she was like, hey, you should read the books. Here's a copy of The Hobbit.
Oh, okay.
And there were barely any fight scenes. Aragorn wasn't in it at all. And I was just like, the fuck is this? Who's this Bilbo? Oh, I know who Bilbo is. He's that scary one from that one scene. I don't care about this. Where's the magic and shit? Why is nothing blowing up? And I hated it. And I reckon if I went back today, I'd probably enjoy it a lot more. But as an 11-year-old who was only there for the cool fight scenes, 0 out of 10 wouldn't recommend The Hobbit.
that's probably fair.
Yeah, we were all like that once, you know.
I mean, for like magic and explosions and shit, there is a bit in The Hobbit where Gandalf sets an acorn on fire and then uses that to set some trees on fire when they're hiding in trees. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I remember that from the film.
Yeah.
But it was
Pretty
a
sure
long
it's in
time
the
ago.
book as well, but
It
I'm not
must be.
100% on that.
Because the Hobbit films, like there's 3
Are-
films
are
based on
shit.
one short. They are shit. But like the third film is like what 3 pages of the book.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, my argument for the... I mean, if you want to get me on a half an hour tangent, just ask me what my opinion on The Hobbit. But,
It's why you're here.
Yeah, right, well, shut up then. Give me an hour, boys.
Oh, no.
No, but the big fight scene, like the big Battle of Five Armies, which, let's be fair, people watching the film all want to see.
Yeah.
In the book, as that kicks off, Bilbo gets hit in the head with a stone and falls unconscious. And then wakes up as it's ended.
Ah,
So
right,
Tolkien
okay.
just sort of
Okay.
skips over it.
It skips it. So obviously you're going to need to flush out. You could have made the film as a 2-parter, and that'd be reasonable, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first Hobbit film isn't shit. But
Yeah,
the
I
other two
liked
are
the
fucking
first
terrible.
That's my only sort of point of reference because I haven't seen Hobbit 2 and 3.
Don't bother.
You're not
Yeah.
missing much. So one of the
Oh, fair
big
enough.
complaints of it at the time, they added a love triangle,
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
which is quite bad because there are no female characters in the Hobbit book, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
No main characters anyway.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
And-
it's all very much like it's a book for small boys, isn't it? It's a boy's own adventure.
Yeah,
No,
it's
they're not small boys, Nick. They're dwarves. All right.
The small
the Hobbit.
men.
I did wonder they were very realistic looking beards.
So they added one female character played by Evangeline Lilly. And I remember reading an interview, she said she'd only do The Hobbit if they didn't force her into a love triangle. And she sort of got screwed over in the edits, because that's exactly what they did. Even though she's not even in the books. But they get her, Legolas, and one of the more handsome of the dwarves, and sort of make that into its own
the
thing.
main dwarf. Oh, what's his name?
It wasn't the main dwarf.
Is that going to say?
It was the king dwarf, wasn't it?
No, it was Poldark.
What?
I don't
Poldark the
actually know
dwarf.
the dwarves' real names, but there's one who is famous for being the hot one on Poldark.
Listen to your special guest who actually knows the name. What it is? What's his
sorry.
name?
Well, the dwarf's name is Killy. I don't know
Killy.
the actor's name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the king dwarf, as Grace put it. It's his nephew.
I always wondered how they were.
There's your knowledge, cunts.
Oh, thank you.
I knew we brought Michael on for a reason.
So King Dwarf is Thorin.
Following
Yes.
Oak and Shield.
Hmm.
That's it. Thorin Oakenshield.
Killy, I now know, is Poldark. I don't know who the others are. I know one of them is James Nesbitt.
Yeah, I think he plays Biffa, but I'm not sure because they all blend together.
Mm-hmm. I can believe
Like,
that.
no, I mean, like personality-wise, that's another thing that. But to be fair to the book, they didn't really have that much personality. They just had different colour hoods.
Yeah, he may have put too many dwarves in those books. I don't know if they should put that as a review, sort of on the back. Like, too many dwarves, otherwise good.
I mean, wasn't Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit written as if it was anti-war propaganda and it was about Tolkien's sort of war, World War?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that was more the orcs with the technology and shit.
Oh,
Oh, I get it. Yeah,
Because
fair enough.
obviously he was in World War One, wasn't he? Then some dickhead turns up with a fucking tank, and you're there on a horse with a sword, like fuck boys. You know what I mean?
I could just see that as a quote. Fuck boys, J.R. Tolkien.
Well, no, but it's kind of bullshit. I mean, well, you look at it from that point of view. World War One's like, you know, the French still had the silly, like they didn't wear camo. A lot like that.
Like the bright
They were
blue
in
uniforms.
the blue and the red shit, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair enough, I suppose. Like,
it's a big clash of interests. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, imagine sort of being on the front line and this sort of bunker with a gun on it that you've been avoiding suddenly starts to move slowly towards you. If you have never seen anything like that before in your entire life, I can imagine it being quite terrifying.
Yeah, I think the fuck boys is a reasonable thing to say.
Yeah,
actually.
absolutely.
I wasn't disputing that. I just wanted to see Professor of Linguistics who wrote like 2 new languages for his fantasy book. Go, fuck boys.
Of all the words you could have chosen.
Talking of fuck and probably boys, what
Yeah.
ships are we expecting to see in the fan fiction about Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, or Hobbit, sorry.
I think we're going to look at both.
All right, cool.
Probably mostly Lord of the Rings.
Thorin Oakenshield. He's going
And?
to be in that.
Who do you think he's going to be pounding?
Oh, probably someone he's related to, knowing this fandom.
I'm gonna say, I
It won't be Evangeline Lilly, that's for
No.
sure.
I
think
reckon
I'm
him
going to
and
agree
Bilbo.
with Grace for the first time ever. Because it's just going to be Thorin shagging Killy, innit?
Yeah, that's it.
I
You know
genuinely,
what I mean?
Yeah.
I expect we'll see more of Thorin and Bilbo than anything.
Well,
'Cause
you've done
Bilbo's
that
got this
before,
sort of
haven't
soft,
you?
sensitive thing going.
Yeah.
And I reckon that'll be
No,
quite popular as
It's
sort
gonna
of.
be Bilbo shagging the dragon, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Okay, fair enough.
It's not Shrek, Grace.
Yeah.
No, but there's Martin Freeman, and then there's Benedict Cumberbatch. Isn't
Mhm.
there?
Well, yeah.
Oh wait, are we doing Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, or are we going both?
I said both.
Yeah,
Oh,
either
okay,
or.
Alright.
Either
Then
or.
yes, I stand by what I said.
Okay. Lord of the Rings itself, I think Sam and Frodo is probably going to be quite popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam.
Fair enough. Legolas and Gimli.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's just like, yeah, I love that shit.
Enemies to friends to lovers.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay. No, I can see that being popular.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I could see Aragorn and Legolas also being quite popular.
I'm kind of hoping for an Aragorn, Eowyn, and Arwen fucking freeway, to
Ooh.
be fair.
Yeah. It's possible.
I mean, you can
I'm not sure
definitely
how
link me
likely
that
it
for
is.
research purposes.
I'm thinking Legolas and Gimli.
Okay.
Gimli's the one with the axe in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, just checking. Just checking.
This is why we
Calm
need
your
you, Mike.
tits. Calm thy tit.
Okay.
Did
what about-
Tolkien say that as well?
Yeah,
Calm your
direct
tits,
quote.
Tolkien.
I want to see that
Fucking hell, how are we
translated in
gonna get
Elvish.
out of it? Calm thy tits, Frodo.
I'm just looking up if there's an English to Elven translator I can use for that. What about Gandalf?
Gandalf probably shagging Pippin.
Why Pippin?
But Pippin and
It's
Merry
like
are very much fated to be.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'd be like sort of like a hate fuck, or again, they could do enemies to friends to lovers. Because, of course, Gandalf thinks Pippin is just a fucking liability, doesn't he? So,
I mean, to be fair, though.
to be fair, he is.
So in Sindarin, which I believe is the main Elven language of Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings, it's calm sin tits,
Really?
nice.
according to this translator. I'm very disappointed. Too many words are similar.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a shame. I think Gandalf and the Eagles.
Yeah, no, I was funnily enough, I was just thinking, what if Gandalf shags one of the eagles? And maybe there's some backstory in there that like that's why the eagles owe him a favor.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe.
actually, maybe that's why they can sort of cut through the whole of the Lord of the Rings things by Gandalf basically shags the eagles in one universe, and they say, "Well, yep, we'll take the ring to Mordor for you and drop it in Mount Doom. Job's a good one."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
believe that.
Can't believe that Lord of the Rings is based on sexual favours.
No, that was Lord of the Rings happened in the universe where Gandalf refused to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like,
right.
come on, Gandalf. It's the fate of Middle Earth is in your hands here. And he's like,
We
no,
need you to
Oh,
take
for
one for the
God's
team.
I'm
and
going
shag
to
this
get Frodo
eagle.
to fucking do it.
I think if anybody ever brings up the argument of why they didn't just use the Eagles from now on,
It's because
it
Gandalf
has to
wasn't
be
willing
because
to pull
Gandalf
out.
was frigid.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
it.
Gandalf didn't put out, therefore several fucking wars had to be fought.
Mhm.
This is like the worst version of Helen of Troy I've heard in a long time.
So one thing I would like to see, I just want to see a pun about destroying someone's ring.
I imagine there'll be a few of them. To be
I
fair.
hope
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
As long as we find one like that, I'm happy.
It's literally called the Fellowship of the Ring. If that ain't the name for a gay bar, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I can believe that. On a side note, if anyone has the power to bring back steakhouseorgaybar.com, I implore you to do so. I missed that website. It was hilarious.
Fair enough.
Any other predictions before we jump in?
No.
No.
I don't know
Okay.
what to expect.
To be fair, it might make you all surprised, but I don't actually think about which Lord of the Rings character will shag the other one a lot.
Well, you are a guest on this show, and I think after a month or so, you might sort of change your mind and start thinking about that more often.
This might be a life-changing experience. for
Oh,
me.
I hope so. I love taking people on life-changing journeys.
As long
It'd
as you're
probably
not
just be a
constant.
waste of an afternoon, but it might be a life-changing journey.
I don't think this is a waste.
To be fair, this podcast has made me do things that I never thought I would do.
Pardon?
I
gotta say-
I watched half of the first season of Supernatural for this podcast.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Yep,
yeah,
I
you-
never thought I'd do that. I now have Sexy Dalek in my search history.
Yeah.
You would have eventually anyway. Nick.
Yeah,
We've
give
all
it
been
time.
bald and horny before.
My half sister, I've sent my half sister a
Oh,
Teenage
God,
Mutant
I
Ninja
forgot
Turtles
about
erotic.
Ah, yes.
What?
You heard me. I sent her Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles smut by accident.
Fuck's sake.
Oh God. Yeah,
That's
we don't
alright.
talk as often as much anymore.
Okay.
If you ever have a come round to your house, please have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on in the background.
No.
So, one more thing before we start. I have here a piece of history.
Oh, okay.
So, this is the first fanfic. We're not going to talk about this fanfic in detail because there's a lot of it. But according to my research, this fic here is the second longest any kind of fiction in human history.
Really?
It's called At the Edge of Lasglen by two authors, Anne Elspeth Raven and Sonna Bede Sith. And according to Wikipedia and TV Tropes, this is the second longest piece of fiction.
Hang on a second. Let's have a look.
How many
at this.
digits on the word
Oh,
count?
it
This is
is-
5,700. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, 5,716,496. I was right.
yeah.
316 chapters, and by the looks of things, it's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet. It has been going for about 5 years.
Bloody hell.
And
That's insane.
5 million words. Let me just find, for comparison... Hang on.
Like, hang on. How many words was Homer's Odyssey? Everybody thinks that's a long book.
So, War and Peace is 600,000 words.
Yeah.
So, this is almost 10 War and Peace. And it's a
many
story
words?
about a disenchanted New York lawyer moving to rural Ireland and meeting... I'm not finished yet. And meeting Legolas's dad.
What?
And then they fall in love.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Over
It's-
a million words on Lee pace.
5 million words about a lawyer from New York meeting the dad of Legolas, the guy who rides a moose in the Hobbit films.
For fuck's sake.
And it's set in modern day. Also, the mafia seem to be involved.
Obviously.
Well,
An Irish ex-con and her colourful friends soon follow. Forgive me, I'm just going on the summary because I haven't had time to read a 5 million word fanfiction before we start this show. I'm sorry, there's a lot here.
I thought you cared about this podcast.
I do
Jim.
care about this podcast, just not that much. Not 5 million words.
Can I just say as well, like, Lord of the Rings itself is 576,000 words.
So it's,
So the fact that
it's
there's
10 Lord of the Rings,
yes.
and it's just Legolas's dad, who to my understanding is a fairly minor character.
Yeah.
This is absolutely fucking insane. I mean, the thing is, though, if you keep going with a story like this, eventually every single thing in the history of creation will have happened to these characters.
God,
Like-
probably.
Yeah.
Can I just say, one of the I don't know how it all works on it, but the different tags
Yeah.
for the actual fic. One
Yeah.
of them is incomprehensible doubling accent.
Well, where is that?
It fucking is.
Excellent.
Creative mechanics, yes. Flying marshmallows, no.
Oh, this is the only one with incomprehensible Dublin accent. That's a shame, because Bioshock has a lot of room for that.
Yes, it does.
So I'm just going to click on Lord of the Rings or media types.
It
And
says just on that same one. Sorry, Jim. On that same one, it says they publish a chapter a week.
a week?
A week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it says give or take, so you know what I mean. They've also got Discord, but if they've been doing a chapter a week, like how?
It's said about.
I mean, I can't be asked putting the effort in, but I wonder how long they've been writing it for.
So it says the first published date is 2016, August 28th.
Fuck me.
So it's been about 5-6 years now.
Good grief.
I
Doing
don't know.
that, imagine doing that every week, though.
I reckon
Yeah.
they had a run up. I reckon they did a load of work. Then they started putting it on as they were writing more in the background.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I
Maybe.
can believe that.
So I reckon it was longer.
I think that's the most disappointing takeaway from this story about a disenchanted New York City lawyer moving to rural Ireland and shagging fucking Legolas's dad. Is that they actually wrote several chapters before publishing it?
Well, probably.
What?
That's bullshit.
What do you mean? We don't even know that's true.
It is multiple people as well, which probably makes it easier.
I put it to you, James. Would you be interested in writing a long, long, long fan fiction where we write every other and we
don't
have
have time.
it just as obscure?
I'm already editing the show, and that takes
Oh,
time.
you wuss. It's alright, I don't want to write anything anyway.
Just say you're
Just
welcome to
imagine
start.
putting it to someone and being like, yo, do you want to write about Legolas's dad?
Hey.
And they're just like, yes.
We're gonna, and
How
it
long
just
should we
sort of
go on
spirals,
for?
and now it's
5
the
years.
second longest work of fiction ever created.
I know, it's humbling, isn't it?
So, what is the longest work of fiction ever created?
It's
Hang on.
also a fan fiction.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Was it
not...
Harry Potter?
So the longest completed one is a Mass Effect fan fiction.
How many
Oh,
words?
okay.
It's from something called the Doorstopper fandom. Maybe. Sorry, no.
There's,
It's
there's
a
a
fic
few,
called. The longest is something called The Loud House Revamped. It is from a fandom called The Loud House, which I've never heard of.
okay.
It's 13.6 million words. So it's almost
and-
3 at the edge of Lasgalen.
And that's finished?
No,
No, it's still going. Oh my god.
it's still going.
Yeah, but if it's still going, that means
16,000.
it's
Yeah.
edited. So,
Still going
then
probably
I'm
just means
shagging.
they'll add more. It's not going to get smaller.
Eh.
I don't think that's how fanfiction works. I've
Sure,
never
mate.
seen a
That's-
fic get smaller.
That's insane. It's apparently there's some sites which think it's something called Subspace Emissaries World Conquest.
Sounds like an anime.
I think it's something to do with
Oh, I
Super
see.
Smash Brothers.
Oh.
So,
But that
Oddly
game went
enough-
down for its story.
yeah.
It's hang on a second. I just need to find what I was fucking reading on this.
Yeah.
I can't fucking find it. It's oh god, it's gone. Fucking disaster. Hang on.
It's okay. Shall we go back to Lord of the Rings in that case?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's go back to Lord of the Rings.
That is what we're here for. We can talk about the longest fanfiction ever written. Before then, I just felt it was worth getting that history down. Before we
Yeah,
jumped in.
absolutely.
Yeah, that is
So-
impressive, to be fair.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, all joking aside, damn.
I found one where Gandalf shags Shadowfax.
Okay. shall we
Are
get
you
into
sure
that?
Are you sure that he shags Shadowfax or Shadowfax
Well, yeah.
shags him?
Who's the top in this?
I'm about
Because
to
he's
find out.
hung.
I'm about to find out. It's called Saddlebags, and it's by Maddie Wrights. And the summary is, I wrote this as a gag gift for my friend Caitlin. We were coming up with awful ships, and Gandalf / Shadowfax, the white horse he whistles for and rides, no pun intended, places, was one of these ships. Technically, that makes this her fault. A big thank you to my dad for helping me write this.
Oh, wow. Imagine having that conversation with your dad. So,
Nah, I
hey,
reckon this dad is a geezer and a fan of the show, and is like, yes, mate. I'll
I want to
read
write
it
about
for you.
Gandalf shagging a horse. Do you want to help? He puts down his newspaper.
Well,
Say no more. I'm in.
well, you know, you're always going on about how we need to bond more.
This is some of these lines. Fucking. Ah, yes, we best be headed towards Rohan. It's a 3-day ride from here. Before we ride off, I have a gift for you. Gandalf smiled, producing a pair of saddlebags from thin air. Thank you, Shadowfax exclaimed while the wizard attached them. They don't make my butt look big, do they?
We should leave. Aragorn reminded Gandalf. yeah, we should. That's very much an I should go.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, so Shadowfax, as well as being Lord of all horses, very fashion conscious.
Mm-hmm. God, there's a few things I want to say about. Just the second line. I thought you moved on. The horse replied. Like, what?
I had something once.
Like,
Yeah.
Shadowfax is not only Gandalf's squeeze, he's his ex in this. And there's
This fic
rekindling
just keeps getting
a romance.
juicier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You hate me, I know it. I don't hate you, it's only a little gas, and how are you supposed to know you're parsnip intolerant?
Oh, wow. So now they're an old married couple.
Yeah,
Oh.
Shadowfax has eaten some parsnips and they're not agreeing with
Yeah,
him.
there's a whole chapter about horse farts.
The fuck he is.
Wow.
A
lot of effort has been put into this.
Yeah, that's the thing. That made me laugh.
I wonder what the dad's input was.
Yeah. Thank you.
I imagine the farting chapter was.
Yeah, I can believe that. Incidentally, this is the only work in Gandalf / Shadowfax.
Pity.
Oh, really? Oh,
This
wow.
is the only one. Making this the rarest of pairs. I'm surprisingly seeing a lot of Aragorn and Harry Potter.
Yeah, I saw Harry Potter pop up in one of the top
Yeah.
kudos ones.
A lot of Mpreg involving that pair as well.
Oh, okay. Who's getting pregnant?
That is a good question. I'm willing to bet it's Harry.
Yeah, he always seems to be getting pregnant.
Harry Potter gets pregnant quite often, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Do you think Daniel Radcliffe knows?
Well, he's the boy who lived, isn't he? Right.
The boy,
What does
the boy
that
who
mean?
created
Why
you.
does
No.
that mean he gets
What's
pregnant?
up?
He's lived. He's lived. What can I say?
He's lived. He's
lived a
laughed.
life, and
He's
he's
He's had an
loved.
interesting life. Yeah.
Fuck's sake. So you were saying something about wanting a threesome, and I found a threesome between Bilbo, Philly, and Killy.
Oh.
It's pretty gay, that.
That is pretty gay. You're welcome.
It's all going to be pretty gay going forward.
Yeah.
That's what you're asking for, wasn't it?
What? Gay,
No.
what? Gay freeway?
No, just like, who are the people you wanted? You were
Stop
just...
reading my text messages, Grace.
I think it was the love triangle that Legolas.
No, it wasn't.
No, I said between Aragorn, Eowyn, and Arwen.
Alright,
yes.
let's look
That's
for
what I
that then.
imagined.
This is more or less the same thing, right?
Yeah, only
Well, I mean-
Eowyn and Arwen have got fucking beards.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple more cocks in this one, boys. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. What
So I've found one earlier. I'll send that in the thing.
yeah.
It's the top of the kudos one. I've not really read much of it. The summary is funny because it opens with the battle was over and Thorin Oakenshield awoke naked and shivering in the halls of his ancestors. But I'm pretty sure Battle of Five Armies went a bit different. You know what I mean?
I was going to say he died in that at the end, right?
But what I do like, yeah, he does die. But I suppose that what holds his ancestors could be a thing for the afterlife, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Trying to get
I'd
a
have
bit
thought
Yeah,
deeper
so.
quite
about it.
possibly. Yeah.
But what did impress me was that it's translated into several languages.
There's a lot
right.
of translations. Yeah.
Yeah, which fair play.
Oh, this is not. Is this not in English originally?
I believe so. Yeah, it's in English.
Oh.
The title looks to be in Kuzdul, which is the Dwarven language. Hey,
Oh,
Tolkien expert here, boys.
thank you. I would not have got that otherwise.
I could be wrong. It's probably in fucking Elvish, like a knobhead.
It
But
says translation into English available. It's all.
it is in English, dude. Just scroll down.
Yeah, but the list of translations, 2 of them are into English.
I reckon they've copied and pasted the whole thing out of convenience.
Or maybe it's
Oh,
different flavors of
of-
English.
So the translations into English are the Kuzdul.
Oh, right. I get you.
Yeah, so the actual fic itself is just a scroll down and you'll
That's
see
a
it.
shame. I was hoping it would be different variations of English. Like
Like Northern.
Not like American.
Like, maybe one of them he says cunt every other word, and you're like, oh, this is the Australian one. Or
Oh, for fuck's sake.
like,
I never wore that ring, you can.
Oh.
you have my sword, you have my bow, my axe. Got my peacemaker, yeehaw! Tally ho, cowboys! And then, yeah, that's the American one.
A cowboy would never say tally ho.
I know, I realised as soon as I said it, I fucked this
Your
up.
British slipped out, didn't it?
I'm too British for cowboys. But no, this looks good.
Yeah, to be fair, just skimming through it, it actually looks pretty
They've done a
well
lot of
written to me.
homework by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that we'd have lots to choose from here.
It's also 500,000 words long, by the way.
Who did this?
Some cunt.
Deter
What's her
Manfred.
name, you idiot?
First name some, second name cunt.
It's someone called Deter Manfred.
Oh, right, okay.
That's Cuzzo for some cunt.
Why is there a fic here called Sam Gamgee's appendicitis?
Why don't we find out?
Yeah, this is Sam Gamgee's appendicitis by Skengman Sam.
What?
And the summary is, well, I think this is sort of after he comes back from Mount Doom. Sam Gamgee,
Yes.
local hero, develops a mysterious disease at the worst of times. Can he make the perilous journey to Rivendell to heal? Find out in this tale of romance, heroism, and intrigue.
The relationships are Sam Gamgee and appendicitis. But also Sam and Frodo. And Sam and Arwen, who I'm assuming is that barmaid that he kept saying he had a crush on in the film. That he
that's
goes back-
Arwen Evenstar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Arwen. Yep. Okay, I misread that. I'm smart.
I can't help but like one thing that's genuinely impressed me on here is the tags. Like you've got Ted Sandeman in this, who is just a minor character, is a minor hobbit
Oh.
who runs. I think he operates the windmill in Hobbiton.
Fucking hell.
But that's such like an obscure, random fucking. I don't know. I kinda
Tapping
feel
into
like,
that, there's 30 works that refer to him.
what Ted Sandeman,
Yeah.
Just do us a favour.
Oh,
what a fucking legend.
Go to chapter 2 of this and read the first line.
Okay. While I do that, I just want to point out, Chapter 1 is Introduction / World Building. There's
Yes.
this fic is about Sam getting appendicitis, and there's a section on world building.
The thing is, though, right?
Okay.
Hasn't the world already been built? Didn't Tolkien do enough of that
He
already?
did a lot of it, to be fair.
Apparently not enough.
Okay.
yeah, someone's
so...
been nitpicking, haven't they?
Sorry, what did you want me to read, Nick?
The very first line of chapter 2.
In the middle of the earth, in the land of the Shire, lives a brave little hobbit who... Oh, for fuck! You fucking got me! You bastard! That's the Bilbo song that
yeah,
fucking
that's it,
Leonard
that's-
Nimoy sang.
Yep.
Oh,
Absolutely.
God. His name is, of course, Bilbo. Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo lived in a hole. He got bare women.
That's B-A-R-E, incidentally.
But Bilbo couldn't maintain his hole all on his lonesome. He needed a gardener to trim the hedges every once in a while.
So he got his
And
sander
so-
out and just did his...
And so enters the hero of our story, Sam Gamgee, or Samwise the Fave to his friends and admirers.
Yeah. He's my favourite hobbit, not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
Can I just say as well, the first line of dialogue in that fic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's that can't Sandyman. Well, I imagine it says cunt because it's fucking
Well,
it out.
Samwise Gamgee is now from the East End.
Sam, ordinarily, I think you'd destroy his libtard ass.
Whoa.
But you were complaining of stomach pains, remember?
Oh, wow.
I did not expect someone to be called a libtard in this.
Looks like Sam and Frodo decided to get a drink together. No wonder Gandalf thinks you're gay.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
I don't know. What's a skengman?
Yeah, I don't know that either.
I'm googling Skengman.
Is it fucking, like, hang on.
It's a song.
Skengman. It is a song.
Gets featuring Stormzy and Ghetto.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. Skengman, according to Urban Dictionary.
A man
is
who owns many types
many
of
types
skeng.
of skeng.
Oh, that narrows it
course.
down.
Thanks. What is skeng?
It can also be used as an English slang term for gunman. Fucking
A
Sam
skeng
never
is a
carried a
weapon
gun.
of choice.
Whatever you want it to mean.
If you
I am in
keep
possession-
going in Urban Dictionary, it is also a big black dildo.
Oh, okay.
If
Maybe
you keep
don't-
going, everything's a big black dildo eventually, Jim. I imagine on the internet.
Mike's Law of Urban Dictionary. If you go far enough, it's probably a dildo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because let's be fair, anything is a dildo if you're brave enough.
We need to stop saying that, because someone might take us seriously one day.
I imagine a few people already have, to be fair.
I hope not. I put a warning in the last episode saying don't take
Yeah,
us seriously.
That's it. We put disclaimers over everything. We don't want to get sued because somebody has
Jammed something up their ass because they heard us say it and thought that's a good idea.
Oh, bit of a master of your own destiny, I'd say.
Be the master of your own destiny.
I think it's Obi-Wan Kenobi said it best.
I'm sure
Do or do not. There is no try.
That was
sure
Yoda.
That was Yoda.
Well, fuck Star fucking Wars.
It's kind of a good thing.
You heard it here first,
Mike's
everyone.
the Lord of the Rings expert and not a Star Wars expert.
Hey Nick, there's only one return, mate. It's the King, not the fucking Jedi.
Actually, you're right there.
So this has Lord of the Rings in the tags. I'm not sure why. We're going to find out together.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It's called Gerard Way is Furry Bitches.
Oh no.
By I Write Fics, Not Assignments. It has My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, and Lord of the Rings.
One of the additional tags is crack.
Yeah.
Crack means silly.
Oh, sorry.
Crack means it's a fic that takes the piss.
Yeah.
I can see this is written in a particular style.
Yeah, there's some issues with this lad's grammar.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Gerard was scrolling through Middle Earth. Then he saw the furly dealer, Pete Combs. Then, one night, and on more Tim Tanks for demurs, started plur. Fangir pull on furry syrup because he hella not straight and likes big, super long cocks.
What kind of accent was that?
I don't know.
James,
Damn.
you're gonna read the fanfiction.
Yeah.
It's what happened. Well, they removed all the vowels. Damn, then a dude called Frank walked past, naked. Damn, Sid Gur, a birth he pull off the furksui. Now that symbol is the Japanese word for nanny. Said
Is it?
yeah.
Okay.
Said the Frank nad de sext and the death stare. Thank you, I Write Fics, Not Assignments.
Take a bow. Round of applause.
Yeah,
You know how that other fic had Kuzdal and stuff and shit in it?
yeah.
I imagine this one was written Goblin.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not going to do a goblin impression. My goblin's pretty weak.
I heard you're quite good at Goblin.
Hey,
Oh,
no.
Hey!
I see where this is going. What do you mean?
There's
I'm setting it up.
there's a fucking
No, I'm not going to make it.
Okay, all right then. Don't.
I'm going to rise above it.
what you do in your own time is no concern of ours, Jim.
Yeah, thank you. Talking of things we do in our spare time. Grace, I see you found a tentacle fic.
I always do.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Grace is drawn to the tentacles.
They find me and I don't like it.
Questionable consent.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I just want to mention the tags. It's just Bilbo Baggins, Thorin Oakenshield in a sex dungeon.
Porn
Like-
Lord Bilbo.
Obligatory
Porn Lord
tentacle
Bilbo.
Porn Lord Bilbo and Tentacle Bilbo.
Tentacle
Apparently-
Bilbo.
Thorin is surprised by something extra in Bilbo's pants. Thank you, lithium words.
Has he
That.
just put an octopus down there or something?
I haven't opened it. I didn't actually read it. But 2013 was a wild time, apparently.
No, I can believe it.
395 words.
So do you reckon? So there's three options for which Bilbo this is. We've got Martin Freeman Bilbo.
Yeah.
I don't know the actor's name from the original Bilbo.
Ian Holm.
Ian Holm.
Holm. Holm.
So we've got Martin Freeman, Ian Holm, or the fucking terrifying puppet that they used in Fellowship of the Ring, the scary Bilbo.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember when he gets all lustful for the ring and just goes, ah?
Yeah, where his
yeah,
face
yeah.
changes.
Yeah, scary Bilbo.
God, yeah, that was awful.
It's definitely Ian Holm with edgy makeup on, definitely.
Oh, no, it was a puppet
Which
they
is-
used in the end.
Well, yeah, I know it was a puppet, but that's what it looked like.
Yeah. So
Do you
any
think
Bilbo
Ian
fix
Holm got his mitts on that puppet? You know, like, you know what, that's my face.
Yeah, you'd
I'm
keep
allowed
that
that.
and use it to like scare people. You put it in the shower and then your wife walks in and she's
Pop it in the window so you never get burgled.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't break into the scary Bilbo house.
Jeez.
Incidentally, I found a subreddit a couple of years back called r/scary Bilbo. And it takes the face from that puppet and puts it on porn scenes.
Oh.
So like, oh, there's this hot naked woman, and then you
no.
look at the face, and it's Bilbo. They've got the Bilbo face. Just going, ah.
No.
I wonder how many people found the way to r/scary Bilbo just by spelling something slightly wrong.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh no.
a lot of misclicks.
And no, I'm not going to work in a Bad Dragon sponsorship from that.
Yeah, you do it every
We're not
episode. It's about
sponsored
time.
by
I know. If I keep doing it, they might sponsor us.
No,
I don't know, Jim.
won't.
You probably wouldn't struggle to work in a Bad Dragon, from what I've heard.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
Okay.
I'm on r/scary Bilbo. It's really funny.
Yeah. There are sort of. It isn't always porn. Sometimes it's just like they've done the poster for The Hobbit, and it's all scary Bilbos. Did you want to talk about Shake Your Tail Feather?
Okay. All I was going to say about it was I was just going to read the tags out.
Okay.
So, crack, slight cross-dressing kink, sex toys, disturbing sex toys,
What?
fluff and smut, Killy, you have the worst ideas, Bilbo loves you anyway, yeah, so that's who it is between, talk of sex, which is a tag for some reason, and then Killy is still a curious little shit.
Disturbing sex toys.
And then summary, aka the reason why Bilbo threw out the feather duster.
Oh.
I see.
I mean,
I want to know the reason.
yeah.
I'm intrigued.
So it starts with them talking about, oh, I don't want to do knitting, knitting's boring. Oh, how about embroidery? And he's just like, fuck off. And then then suddenly it goes very quickly into hard, disturbing sex toy sex. And it's just like, well, that was a quick turnaround, holy shit. And then the rest of it is just banging.
What, literally banging? Or...
There's so much banging. There's so little embroidery to banging in the ratio. And then right at the end, it's like, in case you're wondering, yes, I do plan on writing more. Who knew that writing about all fail-tastic Kilbo sexy times would be so fun?
I
I'm
imagine
guessing that's what the ship's
Kilbo.
called.
Yeah,
Kil-
and it's part 2 of the Kilbo fail-tastic series.
Honestly, Kilbo sounds like the name of a scary sex toy in of itself.
It does, doesn't it?
Like
The Kilbo 5000.
it like revs up like a chainsaw, but it's a massive dildo.
I still like how they differentiated there between sex toys and scary sex toys.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm looking for the scary sex toy in the fic.
r/scary Kilbo.
It's going to be that doll of him, but years later, you know,
Oh,
the
no,
blowy dolls.
and you insert it? No.
Oh,
So I
dear.
found a section in this. They mention that it's sharp for plastic.
Wait, what?
It's what?
Sharp for plastic.
What's sharp for plastic?
The thing that's about to go up Bilbo's ass.
Oh.
Oh, hang on, I've just read... Is that a feather duster? He cried in shock as Killy fumbles with it to turn it off. What the... Why does it vibrate? Why is it on there? I don't think it was a...
Well, spoiler alert.
And then he
probably
goes,
not
"It's
fucking
not a
feather
feather duster. Look."
Maybe it
It's
just
like, I'm
felt like one
blindfolded.
at first.
Jesus.
Why is it vibrating? Why is it on me? It's not a feather duster. Look. It's a dildo, alright. A vibrating one.
It's a dildo, but someone's gotten out a hot glue gun and stuck a load of pink fluffy
Oh,
stuff to
God.
Oh dear.
No. Okay.
that's-
How would you clean a thing like that?
Yeah.
You just throw. I think that's just single use. That's definitely single use.
So, we at the Shipping Forecast encourage everyone to do whatever floats their boat. But glitter near any hole feels like a mistake.
Yes.
Speaking on behalf of myself as an independent guest,
Yeah?
be the master of your own destiny.
Oh no. No.
If you want to feel like you've got sand in your anus, then you go ahead.
But if you want to glitter me bumhole, don't let me stop you. Jim, can that be the tagline of the show?
Maybe.
If you want to glitter me bumhole, don't let me stop you.
Oh no.
I'm strongly considering it. I don't have a title yet, so... Maybe.
Bloody hell.
Oh, for God's sake.
Wow, this is art.
It's the Fellowship of the Ring.
Well, this is from The
sake.
Hobbit.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh, ring as in bumhole. Ha ha.
I know we've made this we've made that joke, but here at the Shipping Forecast we like to recycle.
Yeah, we're environmentally friendly by using the same joke 3
Yes.
times, I think.
On behalf of myself as an independent guest,
Mm-hmm.
fuck the environment.
Oh, no.
That is not a take we endorse. Talking of environmentally friendly, I have here a fic called Fairy Dust, and the pairs are Aragorn and Legolas, and Aragorn / block of wood.
What?
Oh, that one's for Mike because he was all for fucking the environment, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's a bit too environmentally friendly.
So the characters are Aragorn, Legolas, and Larry. I'm assuming Larry is
Fuck's
the
Larry?
Larry
I
the
think-
log.
I think it's the
lock.
block of wood. Yeah.
Larry's not a canon character, Jim, just in case you're
Oh,
curious.
thank you.
So it's not fucking. This could have been one of the most ambitious crossovers ever, right? Because Larry could have been Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Honestly-
yeah, that would have been ambitious.
I'm more or less relieved that this isn't Treebeard,
Okay.
who I'm going
It
to
might
be
be-
searching for next,
To
incidentally.
be fair, Jim, it could be part of Treebeard.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is wood.
Oh, the ranger moaned from within. Larry. Larry? Legolas growled low in his throat. The very idea of the ranger making love to anyone else felt like made him feel like murdering whoever it was. And
Oh god, he's gotten possessive.
yeah.
Larry, my
It's a
beautiful
dark
wood.
turn, isn't it?
Oh, the ranger moaned. You always hurt me, Larry. What are you... Oh god, is it splinters? Oh, I hope not.
Oh dear.
Oh, that'd be bad. He's not just a piece of wood.
Well, he is, isn't he?
Oh, that's what Aragorn has said. He's not just a piece of wood. Yeah, he's got splinters up his ass.
Splintered in the sphincter. No, thank you.
Oh no,
Jesus Christ. Who's he gonna get to pluck them bad boys out?
Legolas.
That. Oh dear.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
then
the
they
ranger
bang.
was Legolas.
No, the
For
ranger.
fuck's sake, Grace.
The ranger is Aragorn.
Oh, okay.
Though, in D&D terms, Legolas is the class ranger. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I can see that.
Alright, that'll
Whereas
be one I'm
Aragorn
confused.
is probably more of a fighter paladin.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
I would have thought.
Yeah, that was my, like, as a side note, that was kind of the weird thing when I first played D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, yeah, Rangers have 2 swords. And then what? Why?
Oh.
This is nothing like Lord of the Rings. This is dog
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that, but this was like, obviously when I was 10, watch this. It's going to be sort of your basis, isn't it?
Oh, I guess so.
Like that.
You dress up in armour, don't you?
I used to do. I'm retired now.
Well, I've
actually,
seen you do it recently to tell us about Greg's.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
about
that's the
coupons, actually. Come on.
Oh,
Grace,
sorry,
fuck's
yeah.
sake.
Northern
Yeah.
Greg's.
Yeah, I reserve it for special occasions.
So there are 9 fics that are explicit and have Treebeard involved.
What is Treebeard?
Nice.
Treebeard is a giant tree.
An ent.
An ent.
Oh,
Thank
so
you.
he is actually from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Not
a
one
big
of those
tree.
meat spin weird things that you know about from random.
What?
One of those meat spin things.
I just like
Treebeard is actually a shock site from the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. It just sounds like it would be a shock site. Now, and I was racking
on.
my brain like, what
Alright,
the fuck
fine.
is this?
What would the shocking thing be, though, Grace?
I don't know.
Like, when you imagine Treebeard, what's the shock part?
I mean, I suppose, meat spin,
It's not-
goatsy,
maybe-
lemon party,
Maybe you think it's a beard, but it's not. It's just an extraordinarily bushy pair of curtains.
Treebeard.com does not go anywhere, by the way.
Somebody should buy it and make it into a shock
I
site.
was really hoping it would be a shock site. But, I've typed in Treebeard, but this is just going to get Lord of the Rings wiki stuff. There doesn't appear to be a shock site, sadly. But there's a lot of him having sex with Thorin Oakenshield. I found
Crikey.
3. One of them is called Muddy by
Nice.
Yika. And the summary is just Bilbo and Thorin get done.
Get done?
Get done.
No, they get whomped by the big willow.
Yeah.
What, as in I'm telling of you, I'm getting you done.
So the additional tags are established relationship, threesome,
They're
triple
being
M.
neutered.
I don't know. There's anal fingering,
Nice.
PWP, which stands for porn with plot, and vignette.
That's a very classy word. What?
That is a very classy
Why
word.
is that in there?
I
What
don't
does it
know.
mean? What does it really mean?
I was hoping you would know, being from the south.
You Savin can.
Shut up. Vignette. It sounds like, when they put like a shadow around the borders. Things. like Looney Tunes. And it opens and closes.
Alright, I'll Google it.
It's a sad state of affairs when the vignette's been relegated to an Instagram filter.
A vignette
Also, Jim,
is...
I've got to ask. You knew that PWP very quickly. How have you learned all these different...
Yeah.
Most of
We've
them,
been-
yeah.
We've been doing this for 3
years.
years, so
Oh, right, fair
yeah.
enough.
If you listen to our early episodes, there's a lot of, what does this mean? What's a power bottom? All this sort of thing. And
Yeah, but we
Now
You
know
we-
already knew that one, Jim, let's be honest.
it was Nick asking what the power bottom is.
it was actually. I had no fucking idea.
And then I had to pretend I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure our first episode I pretended to not know what a futanari is. And sort of tried to force someone else to explain that.
No, there was a period where every episode you were just like, so Grace, what does this mean? I was just like, oh, fuck off, stop outing me. Stop
Yeah.
fucking outing me.
For that Muddy story, I do like the notes.
Um,
What does A/N mean?
Author's note,
Anybody?
I think.
In the note? Oh, all right, yeah, that
Author's
makes sense.
note.
I thought it was going to be some fucking anal
sure it's-
neuroticism or something.
Anal neurotic butthole. Yeah.
Phil for bottom, Thorin, Bilbo, Treebeard. I wonder how you would play it out. Would Thorin be fucking Bilbo, or would Bilbo and Thorin get fucked by Treebeard at the same time? Request on my Tumblr. I'm going to go on request one. I'm 7 years too late. But
Oh, no. Well, they
Oh,
might
no,
still be
bless it.
answering.
they're
Tumblr.
not on anymore. They've moved to
Shit.
Dreamwidth. Otherwise.
It's a shame. We should bring back Tumblr. Slowly but surely. It's the nicer of the social media websites. People talking about shipping. We're on Tumblr, incidentally. If anyone wants to come say hi to us.
Please say hi to us. We haven't had contact with people in several years now.
Yeah, this is all I do.
If you've enjoyed this episode of the Shipping Forecasters, please check out our show notes below.
Yeah. There's a... You know what?
That was
Good-
oddly professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
the
I have,
Yes.
I have my moments.
I should probably take this time because I'll probably forget in the ending. We've got a Patreon now. If you want to throw us some money, that's cool. But I'm
Taking
not.
for change.
Are you on Ko-Fi, Jim? I'm sure you've mentioned Ko-Fi.
We're also on
before.
Ko-Fi. You can commission us to do
Fucking
a
hell.
podfic.
Yes.
Yeah. All the links are in the show notes.
Maybe Mike should be on more often just to remind
Yeah.
James to ask for
Makes
money.
me more professional.
I'll just come on for 5 minutes and ask for money for you, yeah?
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Oh, hang on a second.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I found something.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I never thought I'd see this, but anyway, it's called "He's a Talking Bear" by
Talking
Shearleet.
Okay.
Okay, so the summary is: Old Tom Bombadil is a merry fellow, bright blue his jacket is, and his boots are yellow. It cannot be denied that Tom Bombadil and Paddington Bear share the same wardrobe. Since
Oh.
Tom is described to have thick brown hair, I must conclude that they are one and the same.
Oh, wait,
They've
what's this
replaced
rated?
Tom Bombadil
Before
with
I get
Paddington
excited, what is this rated?
It is rated... Yeah, general. No
Oh,
archive
thank
warnings
God.
apply. I think
Thank
it's
God.
literally just the Tom
Hang on.
Bombadil. but in
Which
the
way
book
would have
books.
made you excited, Grace?
I would... Shut up. Shut up. Do not disgrace Paddington Bear. He is
Yeah.
wholesome and should remain as such.
That's fair.
Probably wouldn't have clicked the tags then, Grace, just to be on the safe side.
I am just curious how much explicit stuff is about Paddington Bear.
No, leave him alone. Get back to
I'm just
what
checking.
the topic we're on.
There's 2.
2, that's
What,
it.
explicit Paddington Bears?
I mean, to be fair, this is potentially explicit because if Paddington Bears replaced Tom Bombadil, this thing has Goldberry in, and Goldberry is Tom Bombadil's wife.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Tom Bombadil's wife's getting barefoot.
Oh, God.
So I also, not gonna lie, when I read the title, I imagined it was gonna be about Bjorn, which is a dude who can transform into a bear, and it wasn't.
yeah.
That's quite
I
surprising.
remember him.
Oh, I was thinking of the singer.
What, from ABBA?
No, there's another one.
Oh, okay.
There's
I
many
imagine
Bjorns.
there's a few Bjorns, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of big time sensuality Bjorn. Oh no, hang on, that's Bjork. Fuck. I got it wrong.
For fuck's sake, Greg.
I'm not on here for my intelligence.
I don't think any of us are, don't worry
No,
about it.
none of us are.
No, absolutely none of us are.
Would anyone like to guess who Paddington Bear is having sex with and the one explicit fic about him?
Oh.
What's the title of the
Is
fic?
it Hugh Bonneville?
No. The fic is called "Serving the Wishes of the Scrap God."
The Scrap God.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's not.
It's not Tornado, is it?
No.
Is it that little fucking robot thing?
I'll give you a hint.
my
It's first of all, it's another bear.
Oh.
Oh, that's just
Yeah, so the title has nothing to do with it, I don't think.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh,
when
that's
you
a
said-
shame.
that's bullshit.
When you said Scrap God, I was thinking of Heaven's official's blessing. I was like, what's how has a BL gotten into this? But okay.
Funny you say that. If we start talking about this character, we're going to be banned in China.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
That's a nice segue you've got there, Jim.
If you would like to ban us in China, please write in.
It's Paddington Bear / Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, right.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
Who's the top? Who's the bottom?
that is an excellent question.
Is it a hate fucker?
Oh god, there's arts. Oh
No!
Oh,
no!
I regret clicking this.
Oh,
I apologize, author Adventurer Requiem, but that I was not expecting. This is a no TP. This is a crime against God. I'm leaving. Okay, some things.
God, I'm leaving.
Mankind. Do you ever just regret having eyes?
Oh, fuck's sake.
That was very explicit.
we haven't strayed from God, he flees before us.
Yeah. do you guys want to see this?
I guess we're going to have to now.
You don't have to. You can get out while you. I'm giving you the option.
I know, but now that you've said, I'm kind of curious.
Because there are people I want to torture,
Okay.
and I don't mind going down with them.
So the Scrap God bit is a reference to one of my favorite video game series called Nier, Nier.
Okay.
And the art is Winnie the Pooh and Paddington both dressed as 2B, the character from Nier.
Whoa!
They've got giant penises.
Shit,
Hang
the
on,
bed!
I haven't even looked down, and I've just read the tags.
So Paddington is destroying a building with his giant penis. Winnie the Pooh is absorbing a train up the hole in his penis. The urethra.
I'm going to click off that now.
Yeah.
What sort of train is that, Nick?
Nick, what sort of trade is that?
Well, I'll be honest, I tried not to look too closely.
I've found one that actually looks to be low-key quite good.
Before you do, I just want to read this phrase. I love how those bendy buses and trams squirm around in the shaft, especially the rubbery bits. Paddington replied, as he humped and thrusted his cock through a nearby skyscraper.
What the fuck is going on with people?
Don't know. But this is, yeah.
They should just have a wank and calm down before writing this.
Drawing it. Like,
I like how
Yeah.
they commissioned someone to draw.
like
Someone
that took
did it.
time to draw. That probably
Yeah,
took multiple
it's-
hours. Okay, Mike, what have you got for us?
Porte's flawless execution.
So I've got Bombadil goes boning.
Bombadil goes boning.
So the summary:
Wow. Yeah, okay.
Tom Bombadil persuades Goldberry to leave the river and live with him. On the way, they stop to visit other inhabitants of the forest. Okay, it's just porn, but it's about Tom Bombadil and it's written in verse.
In verse!
It's written as a
Invest.
poem, yeah.
But what's great is if you have a skim through it, it actually keeps to the fucking tune.
Ho, fair Goldberry, with your tits a heaving, why not come with me and leave off your weaving? I'm quite flexible, lithe, and very limber, better than your dildos made of porcelain and of timber. That's... wow.
This is impressive.
That's low-key amazing. Also, it's written almost 20 years ago to the date. We're like 3 weeks
Oh, wow.
too early.
Yeah.
Really?
Actually, by the
Yeah.
time this goes out, let me just check the calendar. In 5 days, it will be the 20th anniversary of this fic.
Of Bombadil Goes Boning.
Bombadil goes
Bombadil goes
boning.
boning.
Bloody hell.
I will also add, though, that makes it a little bit weird, is of the tags. So you've got Tom Bombadil and Goldberry. That's fine, that's his wife. There's Tom Bombadil, Goldberry, and a Barrow White.
What's
Oh,
a
no.
barrow, right?
Which is
Really?
like your undead sort of thing.
Oh.
And then also Tom Bombadil, Goldberry, and Old Man Willow.
Oh.
Now, Old Man Willow isn't an old man. It's a really old tree.
Yeah.
So, Tom Bombadil has sex with a tree.
And his wife.
Oh.
But yeah, I legitimately love how
Genuinely impressed by the rhyme
they
scheme.
wrote it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I like finding stuff like this. This is an absolute gem. And it deserves more recognition. I'm going to give it a kudos.
I do love that ho fair Goldberry. Ho fair Goldberry with your tits a heaving.
With your tits hanging
It's just beautiful.
It's like
So
fucking
talking of having
pornographic
sex with a
Shakespeare.
tree.
Thank you, exopotamy.
Yes.
I did have one other Treebeard fic open.
Oh god.
This is called Treebeard's Tryst. And it is Treebeard with Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
Tree hugger lock.
Yeah. And it's notable because Sherlock is the top in this relationship.
He tops a tree.
He tops a tree. So the
Lord
prompt-
Sherlockiel is the bark fuck prince of Middle Earth. Men hate him, maidens want him, Ents fear him.
Yeah. For the nonny who requested this. I haven't seen someone be called a nonny in a long time.
Fucking amazing.
This depiction of Treebeard is absolutely not compliant with Tolkien canon.
I love how they put that in just in case.
Yeah, you know, Treebeard, at least in the books, he doesn't seem the type of person to be pounded by Sherlock Holmes.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, you never know. There isn't much detail on the fourth age.
So
So-
this is one of the few that I would quite like to see art of, like Treebeard, sort of looking all sort of blushing and like, oh, oh, Sherlock Holmes. I just skimmed to a random section and it just says, Treebeard likes it when you watch.
that's disturbing.
The bark fuck prince. Oh god, he uses maple syrup as lube.
I suppose that's sort of self-generating, I guess.
Maybe. I suppose it depends on the tree.
You know, Mike, you're our lore expert. Is Treebeard a maple? A maple tree?
I don't know,
Let's have a
to
look.
be honest. I mean, he's not Canadian, and everyone knows that's where maple syrup comes
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Treebeard's a maple. Looking at maples. I don't know what kind of tree he is, though.
Do you
Yeah,
have a
but
picture?
I don't know if you guys are aware, but this depiction of Treebeard isn't actually compliant with Tolkien canon.
Oh, that's
So
true.
he might
He could be a maple.
he might be a maple in this.
Maybe that's the deviation. He's actually a maple.
Yeah.
Yes, Jim. That's the only deviation.
Yeah. Everything else in this completely canon. I'm just trying to find a full-size picture of Treebeard. That's not just his face.
Yeah, that that Bombadil Goes Boning as Loki really impressed me. So
Yeah.
shout out to Exopitome, or whatever the fuck your name is.
Oh, he tries to get the tree pregnant.
What?
Fuck's sake.
So Treebeard
Plant his
asks,
seed
"Could you
into
get
the
me
poor
pregnant?
tree.
Are you a tree?" No. Then no, he's talking to Watson.
Why is Watson involved now?
Because he's here too. He's here to watch the Barkfuck Prince of Middle-earth.
I wonder if there's any John Watson Bilbo ships, because that'd be
Oh,
weird
yeah.
if they both played by the same bloke.
I can believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Martin Freeman shagging himself.
One more thing for the Treebeard one. It's in a collection called Category 5 Sex Hurricane Fest 2015. I would like to be invited to Category 5 Sex Hurricane Fest if it's still going on. if anyone can get me involved in that, send it my way. Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Has anyone got anything else we want to cover before we call
Oh
it?
no.
My eyes with bleach after seeing that drawing of the two bears earlier.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
we were looking for Lord of the Rings. We got Winnie the Pooh and Paddington Bear
I'm so sorry, everyone.
with literally throbbing man ones destroying the
Oh.
city.
Yeah. I got nothing.
And an unrecognisable train.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think that's all we've got time for today. Thank you for coming with us on this journey.
Yeah, cheers, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Mike, for joining us.
He wasn't talking to me then, Nick.
I was talking to the audience, but also thank you, Mike. What else was I going to say? What have we all learnt today about Lord of the Rings?
About Lord of the Rings, you need to
Yeah.
qualify that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, not the Paddington thing. We're
No.
all going to pretend we never saw that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got to say, you brought me on as a quote-unquote Tolkien expert, and I think the only thing I've said is that Imladris is Rivendell. That's like,
Helps with the languages as well.
But we needed you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry that I failed that I didn't know what fucking Elrond's housekeeper was called.
Yeah, that's you let me down there. But it's fine. We can forgive and forget on this show. Especially forget.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we can forget a lot of things, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, join us next time, everyone, where we're each gonna find something to read, and we're gonna come back to the Lord of the Rings, and yeah, we'll talk about those. Thank you for listening. If you like the show, you know the usual drill. Share it, talk about it with your friends. Maybe
Write in
not.
and tell us.
Write in and tell us. That's always appreciated. If you've got spare money kicking about, we've got our Patreon set up. You can commission us to do podfics as well on our Ko-fi, however you want to pronounce it.
Yep, it's you two can ensure that Nick has a desk so that he can use the good computer.
Mm-hmm. For just £5 a month, you too can make sure that Nick has a desk.
And I think most importantly, if you recognise any of us by our voices or from the logo, and you see us in the streets, please leave us alone.
Maybe too. And yeah, again, thank you for listening. Good night.
Good night.